British Member of Parliament condemning the attacks on Hindus in Bangladesh. This is very important. Remember, this is a British Member of Parliament, not of Indian origin, but has ensured to put out a statement saying, I quote him here, I condemn the attacks on Hindus in Bangladesh and the imprisonment of Chinmoy Krishna. I'm concerned by the attempt in their High Court to rule that ISKCON should be banned from the country. Freedom of religion must be preserved globally. This is important, remember, after Donald Trump, the president-elect now of USA, spoke about Hindus in Bangladesh. A British MP has now spoken up. More and more global voices in the Western world are now speaking up for the Hindus.
In Bangladesh, their spiritual leader is under arrest. Hindus across Bangladesh are being subject literally to death by their houses being burnt, their temples are being burnt, and there was an attempt today in the Bangladesh High Court to rule that ISKCON should be banned from the country. This is a direct attack on Hindus. Now, this is a threat from India now to take action. We have a responsibility because we enable Bangladesh to be free and independent. Now, whatever the change of government has been in Bangladesh, it cannot be acceptable that religious minorities are persecuted in this way. So far, we've only had a written statement from the FCDO, so could the leader enable an oral statement on the floor of this House so it can bring to the world's attention what is going on in Bangladesh?
All right, India Today's editor Indrajit Kundu is joining me for the latest on that. Indrajit, I would say that's significant. These voices from the Western world, from President-elect of USA to British MP speaking. What do you make of this?
Well, extremely significant, Pooja. The fact that there has been for a long time this perception that when, reports of atrocities on Hindus emerge from Bangladesh, the global community has not been very vocal about it. But that seems to be changing. Look how an MP, a Conservative MP from Britain, has spoken out in the House. You have US politicians now speaking out. Donald Trump's social media post, the tweet just before the US elections, was something that was taken note of by the world community. So this does create some sort of a pressure on the Mohammed Yunus administration because, any government cannot, survive in a lacune. They will have to engage with the world. And especially for a person like Mohammed Yunus, who won the Nobel Peace Prize. So he's a Nobel laureate, somebody who has won the award for peace. For, such violence and atrocity to be reported under his watch is something of deep concern. It does affect the perception of Bangladesh globally, and it does create political pressure. So in that sense, leaders from other countries speaking out finally about atrocities on Hindus is something which is a welcome change. And there are some leaders within India, Pooja, who should now take a cue, because even in West Bengal we've seen there are some segments even within the civil society who have not spoken a word when there are atrocities on the Hindu community in Bangladesh.
Very important, Indrajit. I think you've hit the nail. You've hit the nail, and it's so important to come together because we're talking about a minority that's going minuscule. It's going in single-digit percentage. And if this is not the time to speak up about them, when will it be? Indrajit will be tracking all the latest, but it looks like more and more global voices are emerging. And members of Parliament, President-elect says a lot. Indrajit, thank you very much for now.